Jim Schwartz, defensive coordinator, talked about Browns culture.
It's easy for culture to be good when things are going well, right? I mean, it's sort of the definition of being a front runner, right? You know, hey, when things are going great, everybody can be, first guy in the meeting. Everybody can be unselfish. Everybody, like all those things are easy to do when you're winning. When you experience some injuries or you experience a couple losses in a row or any of those things, when you don't have good culture, all of a sudden you start seeing guys that become maybe a little bit selfish, or guys start dropping off, or you start getting all those things. We haven't seen that from this team. This team has been resilient. Particularly recently, we've had to deal with a lot of injury situations. You've seen unselfishness from players. With that and it's not like things are bad. I say when you're at your worst, or when things are the worst, how you are is how culture is defined. But I'd probably just shift that a little bit. Your culture is defined by, how you act when things are most challenging. And we've had some challenging times, all season as a team.
Yeah, the one thing is, Quincy, this team has been challenged quite a bit. They've had a lot, and they've responded. So it's good to see. That's what good teams do.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to bounce back from these challenges. You got to respond to these challenges. You lose 2 games in a row. How do you respond? We saw what that did to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh lost 2 games in a row. They started pointing fingers, and they started to implode. And you could tell it was going to happen the second that they lost the game. You had guys in the locker room talk about how we need a change and how this isn't sustainable, and, pointing fingers. Same thing the Browns did when they collapsed at the end of last season or at the end of 2019. That's not good culture, right? And it gets exposed when you lose a game. But a team with good culture, they can lose 2 games, come back, beat Jacksonville, win 2 more, boom, we back rolling, right? Like that's what it is. That's what good culture is. That's what good locker room culture is, and that's what the Browns have right now that a lot of teams don't.